Welcome to my 1.5 year post Big Chop journey. Enjoy. I did a thing. Now we're gonna grow our hair together. This is when I evened out the top of my hair to match the sides and the back so it's all one length. Alright, and this is the length we are currently at. I do need a trim badly, but I wanted to just blow out my hair to show you what it looked like blown out before I trimmed the ends off, because I know I do have a bit to cut off, but my hair is healthy, it's full, and I'm happy with it. Extremely happy with my growth. I did trim off the top because you know the top was longer, so I did trim off the top, that way it's even to the sides and the back. And yeah, this is what it is. This is what a 1.5 years post Big Chop looks like for me. Everybody's hair grows at its own pace. So that's why it's important not to look at somebody else's growth and just really focus on your growth and make sure you're doing the right things to retain the moisture, retain that length, so that you're noticing that growth, because your hair is going to grow regardless. The main thing is retaining the length. So I did post on Sunday on my Instagram page the questionnaire. So I opened up the stories so you can ask all the questions. And I also had some questions from my comment section that I want to go ahead and answer today in this video. So let's get into that. Okay, so you could basically consider this part 2 to 6 tips to growing your hair, which again is episode 5 in the Basics to Natural Hair series. So I received a lot of questions from my subscribers, so I do want to take the moment out and send thanks and appreciation to all my new subscribers, all the subscribers that have been here, all the subscribers that are commenting, liking, giving me their input on the subject of natural hair. I am so appreciative of the feedback that I'm getting, and I'm just really happy to have you all here and that you're tuning in to my weekly videos. So let's get into these questions that I got from my comment section from the subscribers in the episode 5 to the series Basics to Natural Hair. I mentioned that consuming different nuts, walnuts, cashews, almonds, peanuts, helps your hair grow. And then I received the question, how many pieces of the nuts should we eat? And it differs from every nut. For peanuts, 1/4 cup serving. For almonds, about 14 to 15 almonds. For walnuts, about 6 to 8 pieces of walnuts. And for cashews, which are my favorite, 5 to 10 cashews. Now, these nuts in general, the cashews, the almonds, the peanuts, the walnuts, they have zinc, different proteins, the different omega-3, omega-6, omega-9 fatty acids, and magnesium. All of these components help with hair growth, thickening your hair, combating inflammation, scalp inflammation, and also help with length retention. It helps stop hair loss, especially cashews. I love cashews. They are my favorite. So what I do, I know that you're probably like, okay, 14 to 15 or 6 and 8, that's nothing. So what I do is I combine them all. So I mix my 1/4 cup serving of peanuts. I mix it with the almonds, I mix it with the walnuts, and I mix it with my cashews. And then I grab a handful of dried cranberries and I mix them all together and create my own trail mix. And cranberries is very good for the health of your hair and thickening your hair as well as other things like it helps with anemia, it helps with your heart health, it helps with building your immune system. So when you compile all of these ingredients together, they really make a healthy trail mix. So that's how I do it. And that way I'm getting every nutrient needed within the nuts as well as the dried cranberries. And you can add your own thing. They have dried blueberries, they have raisins. I just choose dried cranberries. That works for me. But you can mix it up however you like. So that's the answer to that question. I appreciate you for commenting and asking your questions. I hope that helped. For question number 2, how often do you wash your hair? So me personally, I wash my hair every 2 weeks when I have it out. So if I just have it out and I have maybe a twist out or I do a braid out and I'm doing things like that, I wash my hair every other week, so every 2 weeks. Now, when I have a protective hairstyle in, most of the time I leave my protective hairstyles in for about 3 to 6 weeks. I'm not that person that washes my hair while my protective hairstyle is in. So whenever I take my protective hairstyle out, which will be within the 3 to 6 weeks, that's when I wash my hair. So if my hair is out, every 2 weeks, if it's in a protective hairstyle, once I take my protective hairstyle, which will be max 6 weeks, max a month and a half. I just find that my hair grows better, grows faster, grows longer when I'm washing my hair and not manipulating my hair so much. And for the very last question, but definitely not least, question number 3. And this is actually a very, very good question. All of the questions are very good questions, but this one, I have never heard of this question. And I am happy that you asked it. That way I can go into detail about it. I'm gonna read it straight from my book because I wrote it word from word. So it says, because the butter or oil is a sealant, how will moisture be able to get into the hair to re-moisturize between washes? That is such a great question. So I just want to take it back a little bit. So we know that normally if you have high porosity hair or medium porosity hair, because our hair dries up a little faster, you would want to use a sealant in order to retain that moisture for longer periods of time. So the point of a sealant is to retain the moisture for longer periods of time. That doesn't mean forever. So for example, high porosity hair. In the morning, you might moisturize your hair, but then notice at night your hair is back dry. But when you put that sealant in the morning, say you moisturize your hair, you put the sealant in the morning, at night your hair is still moisturized. Go ahead and twist it up and do whatever you have to do. The next day, usually the sealant holds the moisture for about a day or 2. But within that day or 2, your hair is then absorbing every last bit of the moisture into the hair. So once you get to after the first or the second day, your hair is going to want that moisture. Your hair is now back dry because your hair has absorbed that moisture from the LOC method or LCO method or the LOCO method or from the LCOO method. Because it has absorbed all of the moisture within that day or 2, it's going to be screaming for moisture. So it's not something where at that point you will have to fight through the sealant to get that moisture in your hair. The point of the sealant is to retain the moisture for longer periods of time. But when that moisture gets absorbed into your hair is going to be asking for more moisture. And that's when you're going to reapply the moisturizer. That's when you're going to redo the LOC method or redo the LCO method. That way your hair is getting rejuvenized and it's getting that moisture back in. I hope that answered the question. If you have any other questions on that, if I wasn't clear, definitely make sure you comment down below. Or if I did answer the question without a problem, Let me know, please and thank you. I love that question. I absolutely love that question. And I absolutely love all the questions that you all have left in the comments down below. I love interacting with all of you, and I'm really thankful that you guys come onto my channel and you watch my videos. You know, my purpose here is to help you all on your natural hair journey, because I have been through trial and error. I have cut my hair a few times. My hair has broken off a few times. My hair has been through so many different phases, and I had to learn along the way. So I'm literally just sharing my experiences with you and the things that helped me along my journey. At the beginning of 2022, I shaved my hair to show, look, we could grow our hair together. I want to show you how the products have worked for me. I want to show you my journey so that you know that it's possible. So again, thank you for watching this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, definitely hit that like button and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Share with your friends if you feel that it will be helpful to them. This is my 1.5 year post a big chop video. And I love it. Royals, continue to break through full force. And until next time, y'all be great.